فيقول يا دنيا أين أنهارك؟ أين أشجارك؟ أين بحارك؟ أين قصورك؟ أين الملوك؟ أين الملوك؟ أين أبناء الملوك؟ أين الجبابرة؟ أين أبناء الجبابرة؟ أين الذين عاشوا في خيري وعبدوا خيري؟ لمن الملك اليوم؟ Bro, I'm about to turn into Muhammad Hublos throughout this video. I need you to just hold on, right? I'm gonna tell you the story, and this is quite a story that's been asked a bunch. Like, how'd you come back to Islam? Why'd all this happen? What's your path with religion and everything? I'll tell you that story, but before we begin, I want us all to read Surah Al-Fatiha. Because God will remember this day. So I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to read it for you actually. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bro, this video feels very weird. I'm always like swearing in my videos, and there's like this background music, and it's like now. I was born into a Muslim household, and with many, probably most people, the second like you're born into a Muslim household and you know all the beliefs are thrown upon you and you have to do this and you have to do this. Why, mama? Why do I have to pray? Because God said so. But why? Why is God testing us? Why? What's the point of all this? Just don't question it. God is, you know, it's because of God. Just don't question it. Just do as you're told. For a long time, that never sat right with me. I'd watch my mother pray. I'd watch my father pray. I'd watch them read the Quran. I'd watch them do all that, and it never sat with me. I never had that intrinsic belief that, yeah, this is the truth. In fact, the opposite occurred. You see, when you're targeted, when you're on like YouTube all day and you're on Instagram all day, who owns these companies? Who owns these companies? These like evil, godless people. They've corrupted us since day one. Since day one, we're on our like iPads and we're seeing like degenerate videos of, what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion like twerking on camera. Since day one, we're being corrupted with this type of content. So of course, younger Ali, as a little like 7-year-old kid, he consumes content, degenerate content. Of course, back then it wasn't as bad, but it slowly degraded my beliefs. So what kind of child do you think got raised? I was raised by the internet, raised by porn, raised by like these fucked up stuff. Allah, bro. Guys, if I swear throughout this video, like, ya Allah forgive me, man. I'm trying not to swear. If you notice, I'm trying not to swear throughout this video because there's like Islam in it. I'm trying my best, bro. I'm raised by like these godless societies, raised by like the media, the Western media. So of course, I'm slowly going to slip away from my family's culture, from my religion. You know, I was raised in Dubai and everything, and it's a Muslim country, but at age 10, I didn't already, like, from age, like, 4 to 10, I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if God exists. Age 10, I became atheist. Like, pretty much atheist, bro. I don't know if it was, I'd have these, like, moments whether it would be, I don't know if God exists. And I'd have these moments where it's like, oh, God definitely doesn't exist. But I never had the moments where I was like, oh yeah, sure, 100%, I know God exists. So degeneracy grows and grows and grows, and I'm getting older. And of course, my main goal is just this. And just to pipe, bro. My main goal is to pipe, just be a degenerate. I'm watching filth online. Filth that, bro, this has destroyed men. I'm watching filth online. I'm having filthy thoughts. I'm acting the complete opposite. The complete opposite of what a young Muslim should have acted. I'm acting like the complete opposite. Complete opposite of a religious, godly man. As the days go by, as the years go by, I get more and more godless, more and more degenerate, and here comes the time for me to leave Dubai and fly over to the West and move to the West and come to Canada. So imagine younger Ali, who's already like on the edge of degeneracy back in Dubai, a Muslim country, who's around his family, and he thinks like, oh, God isn't real, I'll be an atheist, all that. Imagine what happens when younger Ali flies over to Canada. Or not even just the West, because I went to the US first. Any memory, any roots I have with God, gone. I become a complete atheist. I go to uni. I'm drinking. I'm taking drugs. I'm smoking weed. I'm fucking. fuck. No. I'm banging. I'm doing everything I shouldn't be doing. And during this time, it was like over 10 years where I actually prayed properly. And of course, all this time I was fasting during Ramadan and during like the past Ramadans. I just fasted because like the sake of it. I know it's healthy and whatever. But then the first Ramadan comes during my stay in uni, and it's like, this is the story of how I returned. First day I fast, just for the vibes. Oh, vibes. I'm just used to fasting during this time of the year, so I'm like, whatever. I fast. It's like, I have one of the nicest days of my entire life. It was such a nice day. And the day after it, I didn't fast. I woke up with a dry throat. And usually I'd be able to like, again, I've done this since, I've been fasting in Ramadan since I was like 7 years old. Usually I'd be like, it's whatever. But you know what my thought process was? God isn't real, bro. He won't care even if he exists. It's like, God isn't real. I'll just break my fast, man. I'm thirsty. So I grabbed the bottle. Wow, she's lived through a lot, man. Just gonna take a sip. So I grab the bottle and I break my fast and I drink. Within 20 minutes, one of the worst days, like one of the most chaotic events of my entire life ensues. Terrible night. And you know those divine feelings, those moments where it hits you like a truck. You're in the middle, you're scrambling of all around your room, like chaos and everything, and this is exactly what happened to me. I'm scrambling all around the room, trying to fix the chaos, trying to fix like the terrible things that happened, and the bad things that happened they were such low probability then that throughout this whole chaos, I literally just stop. Imagine like it hit you like a lightning bolt. I literally just stop, and bro, wallahi man, I swear to you, the feeling I got in that moment was undescribable. It genuinely felt like a revelation. It felt divine. Bro, I swear to you, like, this is coming from a guy who didn't pray for the last 10 years, didn't even believe in God. In that moment, I'm not getting into the details of the story because that's a whole video by itself. In that moment where I realize Oh my God, it's because it's because I didn't fast today. And I don't want to like be the coincidental. I don't want to sound coincidental or anything, but again, this comes from a guy who doesn't want to believe in God even. Because I know if I believe in God, I'm gonna have to stop like the degenerate things I was doing. I'm gonna have to stop having sex. I'm gonna have to stop drinking. I'm gonna stop like going to parties. I'm gonna have to stop doing the stuff I really liked and was addicted to. I wasn't addicted to substance. I'm talking about um, banging. So I knew I had to give that up. I didn't want to believe in God, but I swear to you, bro, wallahi, I can't describe this to you because it's only something you have to experience yourself. It felt divine. It felt like God directly like bashed some sense into me. And during that moment, bro, I knew. Wallahi, I knew it was because I didn't fast and I'm being punished in the moment. It's because of all the degeneracy I've been through and like the final spark that hit it was because I didn't fast and oh my God, man, that was a traumatic night, bro. And all these years, my parents were forcing me, like saying, "No, no, Ali, you have to like be Muslim and everything." And it's like, yeah, but I don't believe in it. The only way I'll believe in it is if a terrible event happens to me, and I see that God exists through that. And that's exactly what happened. I've been telling my parents this for years. The only way I'll believe in this stuff is if I intrinsically believe in it, and that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened to me. Since that day, I've returned to Islam, and bro, you know how many? I swear, I already imagine it. Oh, you're only Muslim because I undertake. Bro, suck my balls, man. It's like, anyways, this retarded comments. Point is, ever since that day, I have returned to Islam, and I'm a much more religious. I'm a much more godly man, more faithful. My life has improved exponentially. Exponentially. There's a quote I heard somewhere on the internet. I don't really remember where, but it was between a battle of Muslims and non-Muslims. And the lesson I'll teach you from this quote in a second is something so beautiful. The quote went along the lines of something like this. Basically, it was a war between this group, non-Muslims and Muslims. And the Muslim leader was trying to like make peace or something. And this guy didn't want peace. So the Muslim leader then said, "You will face men who love death more than you love life itself." Now I want you to visualize this. You're with your army of men. You're all riding horses, and you have the cavalry, and the spears, and you're charging forth at an army. And just visualize each and every single one of those men. Those men want to die. They want to die, and not for like any bad reason, not for any like depressive nihilistic reason. In fact, quite the opposite. They know dying for their religion, dying for their beliefs, for their rights, for their God, for God. They know dying for God is a one-way ticket to heaven. We call this word shaheed in Arabic. You die in warfare and it's a one-way ticket to heaven. So imagine you have your army, and your army is like kind of scared. They have like shields and everything, and it's kind of timid. And you're up against this Muslim empire where each and every single one of these people, they're looking at death in its eyes, waiting to die. And it's like, yes, I want to die. They are all like thirsting for battle, literally like for death for the sake of becoming a shaheed. It is of the highest honor to die in battle for a Muslim. One-way ticket to heaven. So imagine how scared, how intimidated, how scared shitless, how scared shitless you would be charging forth at an enemy that loves death. That loves death. Now put yourself in the shoes of the Muslim. You're charging forth at an enemy. You don't care if you die. You're so ready, you are prepared. You will do the best you can. Obviously, you're not gonna like suicide because that's wrong. But you are ready. You will never enter battle in fear. For you know God is with you. One of the most beautiful things about being a religious man, being a godly man, is you don't fear death. I don't fear death. In fact, I look forward to it. You know, atheists, they actually kind of fear death. Because no matter what, they always have that thought looming. You can say whatever you want to say, bro. They always have that thought looming in the back of their mind. What if I'm wrong? What if God is real? Then they're fucked in the afterlife. Astaghfirullah. Then they're gone. But for the religious man, let's say they were wrong and God isn't real. There's no punishment. Being a religious man puts you on the safe side. And I don't want to, word it like this. But there really is no cons to becoming a religious man. What do you lose? Just degeneracy that is bad for you anyway? As an atheist, you fear death so much, and this is one of the most liberating feelings. Wow, man. This is something I'm so grateful for. Alhamdulillah, man. You don't fear death. Imagine how crazy that is. You don't fear death. I don't fear death. Oh, give me your money, bro. I'm gonna fight. If I die, I die. I go to heaven, bro. Inshallah, but I don't fear death. It's the most beautiful experience, man. I want to remind the Muslims who are watching this that this world is only temporary. This dunya is temporary. You can chase the fancy car, you can chase the millions, you can chase the girl, not the girls, notice how I said the girl. You can chase all that stuff. But in the end, brother, everything is kind of pointless. It's pointless. Now, I don't mean this in a nihilistic way. Oh, Ali said it's pointless. Why should I'll just do nothing in life. No. You strive to be a better Muslim. Piss off emails. Sorry, bro. You strive to be a better Muslim. You strive to be a better man. You strive to enjoy and conquer the planet. But just remember, in those nights where it's so bad and you forget God, just remember, all of this is only temporary. It's only a measly 80, 90 years. Inshallah, 100 years. It's only that measly amount of your time on this planet Earth. And then you're gone. Do you remember that meal you had when you were aged 4? Do you remember the meal you ate on March 24th, 2009? What did you eat for lunch that day? You don't remember, you don't know, do you? Of course you don't. You see, that period of you eating lunch, you don't even know what you don't even know, is equitable, is equal to the life you're living right now compared to the afterlife, compared to the akhirah, to the afterlife, to the end. This life is nothing. This life is income. Let me pull out the whiteboard, bro. I don't know if we need the whiteboard. But this life is comparable in length and understanding as that meal. As that meal that you ate on March 24th, 2009. This is the meal you ate. This is your lifetime, right? You're age 0 and this is 100 years old. That tiny meal you ate on March 24th, 2009. Is equitable to this is your life. This is your life. This is everything you're chasing. This is the Lamborghini. This is the dream girl. This is the billions of dollars. This is the mansion. This is all that. And this is what you're going to sacrifice it for? This thing over here, this tiny fraction of an infinite life, you're gonna become a degenerate here so that this becomes hell. This, you're gonna sacrifice it. And I know it feels long now, bro. You know, when you were eating that meal on the 29th, 24th of March, 2009, when you were eating it, you enjoyed the meal and you kind of got full and you're like, ah. The meal felt like it took forever, but you don't even remember it now. Inshallah, when you're in heaven, bro, how does this matter? It doesn't. It is so insignificant. So insignificant. And this is what you're comparing to. This is every time you go drink, every time you smoke some weed, every time you steal, every time you hurt, every time you do something that is evil in the eyes of God, that's what you sacrifice. That whole period, that length. That is a chance every time you do that. That is a chance that you're hurting the chances of you getting into heaven for this entire period, man. This is what you're sacrificing for a period of like nanomolecule of fun here. Deen over dunya, bro. Strive to be a better Muslim in the face of Allah, in the eyes of Allah. Strive to be a better Muslim while you conquer the planet. As you grow, as you strive for success, just remember your roots. Remember why you're here. I'm not gonna give you an Islamic lesson or anything, but bro, remember why you're here. Remember what you're fighting for. Remember what you are fighting for. Strive to be better, of course. Make your millions. Find that girl. Go buy the mansion. But at the same time, be good. Give to charity. Take care of those in need. Take care of your family. Take care of your woman. Protect and provide and fight for your loved ones. Do not hurt. Love and love hard, even if you are hurt. For that is the good in the sake of Allah. And just remember, brother, everything you're chasing, all the drugs, all the weed, all the money, all the bullshit, all of that, I want you to answer me and answer me this question. Did it matter? Did it matter? Because what is the only thing that will matter to you? When you're in your tomb, when you're in your grave, dead. And then you wake up to a noise. You wake up to a question. What is the only thing that will have ever mattered? Not the Lambos, not the mansions, not the girls. What is the only thing that will have mattered? When you hear the question, Man Rabbak?